Hi folks, Joshua Barrie from the Rangers Review coming to you from Ibrox after an absolutely crazy 90 minutes in the Europa League. It ended Rangers 3, Red Star Belgrade nil. There was a lot more than that, enough action in that tie, similarly to the Dortmund tie for two legs, let alone one, but Rangers ultimately coming out on top in a game where they, I think, showed their maturity at the European stage. You know, this is the third year in a row that they've got to the last 16. In the previous two seasons, they've kind of been outwitted somewhat. Last season against Slavia Prague, they certainly didn't look a more kind of mature European opposition than the opponents. But tonight, I was another famous night, a European night at Ibrox, and another fantastic display from this team. There's so much to unpack, which we'll be doing over on the Rangers Review morning briefing tomorrow at 9:30. But I'll take you through the events to the best of my ability and to the best of my memory. At the moment, anyway, Rangers looked to have gone behind on 3 minutes. It was a disallowed goal. I think it was one of those ones where the ball was in the back of the net, but the players knew it was offside before it had done so, so perhaps didn't fall into the same category as the other two, which would come later in the game. Rangers then benefited from VAR as Ryan Kent was filled in the box. James Tavernier stepped up and put a penalty into the top corner, which was real postage stamp stuff. I mean, absolutely fantastic spot kick from the skipper, rising to the pressure again as he does time and time again. It was then another disallowed goal for the visitors before Rangers from a set piece, or the second phase of a set piece, went 2-0 up. Alfredo Morelos benefiting from a little bit of a deflection after Ryan Jack had taken a short corner, or been given a short corner by Tavernier, put the ball into the box, and Rangers were 2-0 ahead at that point. It really could have been 3 or 4. Red Star looked spooked, and Rangers had a few more opportunities in and around the penalty area without really testing the goalkeeper all that much. Red Star did start to get a little bit more of a foothold in the game. They got a penalty, and the penalty save from McGregor was just top drawer. You know, he's had a difficult season. He's faced a lot of criticism, but a really strong right arm to get across and keep the game at 2-0, and that was so important. I'm sure we'll look back on that as a really important moment in the tie. And Rangers went 3-0 ahead at the start of the second half. Again, a set piece, again fantastic from Tavernier to set up Balogun, who headed his back across the goalkeeper. And there would be another disallowed goal before the end of the game, and it wasn't Rangers benefiting from refereeing decisions. It was just proper, really good officiating. You've seen again, as in the previous rounds, how important good decisions and correct decisions are in the outcome of games, because just like for the penalty and the disallowed goals, it was justified that the outcome was as it was. So Rangers fantastic throughout. I thought James Tavernier probably just shaded my man in the match alongside Alfredo Morelos. Ryan Kent really good. I thought the manager changed things really well again throughout the game to kind of neutralise the visitors, especially after the break when Glenn Kamara moved up onto Sonogo, their deep midfielder, and got a lot of joy kind of preventing him getting on the ball. But 3-0 in the last 16 of the Europa League against a really good Red Star Belgrade team. I mean, make no mistake, they were a good team, and you could see that when they had spells of possession on the ball. So another famous night at Ibrox, another fantastic night for this team in Europe, and really one foot in the quarterfinals, although based on that 90 minutes, anything could happen in the second leg. So I'm away to speak to the manager, who I'm sure will be delighted. You can join us on this very Facebook page and YouTube tomorrow morning, and we'll go through it in more detail once we've had a look back in the game and we know a little bit more about what's going on. Until then, I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow morning. Cheers.